Hello, what's up, guys? Good morning. Oh God, day one. Wait, study, right? We got 5 minutes, 27 seconds left before the stream starts. Super high. Well, until it starts, I'll stay muted. You guys enjoy some songs or something. Just put it in the background.
When good friends are going away, will you wish them to remember your name? When good old days are passing away, will you promise your heart remains the same? Never can we suspend the time, having to leave the tracks behind. There is a longer way ahead. After all, there used to be a storyteller who always painted the sunshine and the rain. When as we eventually grow up, say goodbye. Give us a try to sing around. Feel the beauty of this world. Always shine.
Okay, okay. Back. A few seconds. A minute left for the stream to start. Let's see what this launch show has. The game releases at 7:30 a.m. IST. So wait, I think this launch show has those like codes for the release of the game or something. Okay, let's see. Don't miss out on these codes, guys. They give strategies, which are really, really important as well. Right? And I think just like Genshin, they will also do like monthly updates on Wednesdays. That's good. Oh, started. Wait, decrease the volume a bit. make sure to have your characters properly leveled up before you ascend to next equilibrium. So it's the same as Genshin Impact's World Level. If you don't do that, you're gonna hinder your progress a lot. And do tell me in the comment which character you got from the beginner panel, because I'll definitely be pulling on that, and I hope I can roam here with my really need her. She is really good with sealing. Well, if we don't, then that's another story. Sorry for that, guys. I was a bit. Okay. 59 seconds to go. Yes, this launch show is for like around 30 minutes. We should watch that and we start the game. Super excited, super hyped for the game. Obviously, I will be. So they were saying, don't hurriedly increase your equilibrium level and do not waste your trailblazer power. Do not do that. If you do that early on, you're gonna lose. And don't try to farm for stresses and stuff, because after you reach level 50, you first trailblazer power to farm for trailblazers, you get a guaranteed 5-star trace with that. A higher guarantee. Yeah. Okay. 2 seconds more. And then we can start. Super excited, super hyped. Get started.
Get rid of the press from the rusty die dossiers. Don't stay in a daze looking for a sign. Slide and try. Run across fields of ice, but hidden in starlight. Be well aware of roads we've gone by. Put yesterday's aside, meet the future head on. Now trailblazers keep credos in mind. One, stop staying within the lines. Two, we always align. Three, even if we don't get the upper hand, we'll fight for right. Four, never care and rip for hindsight. Five, let us light the night. Six, even when there are wills within, we'll go ahead. Get it
Tell me in the comments which one you're gonna use.
Ladies and gentlemen, trailblazers from all over the world, welcome to Honkai Star Rail Launch Show. This show is presented by HoYoverse, the developer of Honkai Star Rail. I'm Sydney Goodman, and I will be your host for today. I'd love to welcome some very special guests. Mark from RDC World, voice actress and content creator Lily Pichu,
Oh,
and Austin Malcolm from HoYoverse. Why don't we go around the room and introduce ourselves?
Hey Trailblazers, it's Mark from RDC World, also known as Supreme Dreams. I'm part of a content creator group. We make anime videos, video game videos, and sports videos. And honestly, I'm just happy to be here with everybody.
Hi, I'm Lily, or Lily Pichu. I'm a voice actress, content creator. I'm also really happy to be here. My favorite color's pink. To you, Austin.
Lily. And hey, everybody.
Good to know.
I'm Austin from the branding team at HYPEEEEEEE. And first of all, I just want to say thank you to Sydney, Mark, and Lily for being here
You're welcome.
and
Thank you,
celebrating
guys.
this big moment with all of us. And thank you to you out there, all the Trailblazers, tuning in today to hear about Honkai Star Rail and to celebrate our official launch together.
Well, thank you so much, Austin. So, where are we sitting right now?
I would have to say, with these lush couches and these stars all around us, probably a waiting room somewhere in space.
Whoa. No
Which-
way.
Yeah, and which means that the Astral Express may be arriving any moment now to take us out beyond the stars.
Ooh. Well, it's great that you mentioned that because I have heard the Astral Express mentioned a lot when describing Honkai Star Rail. For our Trailblazers that are new to the game, can you start us off by telling us a bit more about Honkai Star Rail?
Sure, yeah. So Honkai Star Rail, it's a free-to-play, cross-platform space fantasy RPG developed by us, HYPEEEEEEE. In the game, you'll become what we call a Trailblazer. You'll get to explore vast worlds that take place in a universe filled with thousands of years of history. During that journey, you'll meet a lot of characters, different species, and maybe some familiar faces. You'll also run into some mysterious and powerful Aeons.
Oh,
They could be
man.
friendly,
This
they could be
is
hostile,
very
but no
deep
matter
one.
what, they're going to have an importance in your story. We are trying to design this vast and intricate universe for players like you.
Mark and Lily, so you guys have both had a chance to play the game in the closed betas, right?
Yeah, I participated in the final closed beta in I think February.
I was in the second closed beta last May.
Okay, so I'm the only one here who has yet to play.
Oh wow.
So, I mean, I think the only impressions you have is probably from that trailer we just showed.
It is, and the trailer looks incredible.
It's really
I'm
pretty. I like
so
it.
excited. Really, really pretty.
The game has come a long way, especially since our first closed beta back in October 2021. We made lots of changes and improvements between like each and every closed beta. So I mean that's including like we redid the first 3 hours of the game. We added new stories, characters. There's a whole new zone, which is the Herta space station.
I like the space station because it had this like side quest that was really, really tragic, and I love tragedy.
Mm.
Oh,
So-
tragic.
I do
Tell
too.
me
Very
more.
dramatic. It was about a star-crossed couple with they were separated by like time, like it's something with time, and it was really, really touching. And I'm an emotional person, so I was like, I like stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like touching stories is like something that we always resonate with, and we think a lot of our players also resonate with. So it's really great to hear that that's something that really left a mark on you.
Oh yeah, yeah, make me cry.
You're like, I'm still crying about it, actually.
Cry, laugh, any of those things.
Mark, did you play the same side quest, or were there any memorable moments of the beta?
Yeah, I was actually able to visit one of the cities. It's really hard for me to say this name, but it's like Shaozu or something like that. I feel like it was a great addition to the game, and honestly, it's like really well designed, like truly amazing. Like I'm in a real city, and it's like so many things to do. I just thought it was, it was amazing. Plus, I like Kafka a lot, so.
Well, after the second closed beta, we revealed Shenzhou Luofo during Gamescom last year. In the final closed beta in February this year was when Shenzhou Luofo was first released to beta players. So that's what you got to experience.
Oh, okay.
And it seems like everyone really loved the scenery.
So, Lily, what impressed you the most about Honkai Star Rail?
When I look at a game, the first thing I look for is like, is it pretty? Or I mean, I love cute, pretty stuff,
Yeah.
and Honkai Star Rail had that. Especially the characters, they had
Yeah.
such cute designs. I
Oh,
could
totally.
gush about it this entire show, but I won't. But they're really cute.
We have a lot of announcements, so I appreciate that. A lot to get through. But it's safe to say that characters are a really important part of the gameplay experience. As an aside, do you all have a favorite RPG character?
Yeah, I would say mine is Sora from Kingdom Hearts probably. That was one of my like first RPGs I played, and just to add Disney characters in there was kind of crazy
Yeah.
to
Right?
me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know you could
yeah,
even do
that whole
that.
collab.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
yeah,
whole
I
collab was
remember
crazy.
when I first played Kingdom Hearts. Still, I was like, wait, you can do that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
You can like,
This
Yeah.
loud?
yeah.
Well, then they also
Right.
grabbed like Final Fantasy characters in too. So you have
True.
like Hercules and Cloud
Cloud,
Strife, and you're like,
Sephiroth.
what is happening here?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Lily, what about you? Favorite
My
characters?
favorite RPG character. Oh, it's so hard. I have trouble picking. I'm very indecisive. What about you?
I think I'll pass on this question, but I'm really curious what Sydney has to say.
One of my favorites is definitely Yosuke from Persona 4.
Oh yes,
Oh,
Persona.
yeah.
Yeah. He's
Haven't
so
played those games.
super fun, but he's so clumsy and just kind of like lovable and like a little bit of like a, I don't know that I'm allowed to say the word on stream, but you know, you love him despite maybe his flaws.
Yeah.
So,
Persona was fun.
right?
That was like a fun turn-based RPG.
Lots of
Totally.
good characters from
Good
Persona.
characters, good
Lots-
setting.
Yeah, I like
that
like
was a
the art
good
direction a
RPG.
lot.
Ryuji from Persona 5 was kind of like that same
Yeah.
sort of vibe there of like, oh yeah, like kind of lovable idiot, I guess you
Yeah,
maybe
there
say.
you go. It's like
Yeah.
it's already it.
Do
you have, like-
Yeah.
Do you have like an RPG archetype that you find yourself gravitating towards? Like a type of. You said you like clumsy.
Yeah, it kind of is always like the clumsy, like lovable best friend that kind of makes comments that maybe they shouldn't, but like deep down they do love and feel, and I'm like, it's okay, I can fix you.
Oh, it's one of those.
It's one of those. It's one of those. Okay.
Now back to Honkai Star Rail. Do you have a favorite character, or maybe even a character that's left a strong impression on you?
I really like Kafka a lot, just because she's like one of the first people I've seen, and she said some really wise words to Silverwolf at one point at the beginning of the game when I started playing on the beta. But also I like Himiko because her ultimate move is like
Yes.
it's like a beam from the space, and
That's
she
cool.
was talking a lot of mess while she was shooting the beam from space. So I honestly like that. You know, battling is always my favorite aspect of a game.
Right.
So
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I would pick Seal. Like she's really nice, but she's also badass, and she looks sick too.
Mm-hmm.
I think my second favorite would be just March 7th because I remember looking at the character. I'm like, that is such an interesting name.
yeah,
So I really like that design.
Yeah.
makes sense.
What about you, Austin? Do you have a favorite, or is it like choosing favorite children?
Right, yeah. I mean, I love them all. But if I had to choose, I would also say March 7th. I mean, she's quite literally the face of our game. But she also has that energetic, optimistic personality I think that we all can just really love, and love to have that kind of contagious sort of smile on the team. So you'll never be bored if you're playing with March 7th.
So back to my first question, Mark. Based on what you know, what are your thoughts on Honkai Star Rail?
Well, I really like the just like how fluid the animations are in the game, and I like the fact that I haven't played really many RPG games where you can just like switch your character in the while like running and exploring things. I really thought that was a good addition. Also, like you have like 3 people on the team, sometimes 4, a lot of different characters to choose from. The battle animations are really good, and like I was explaining about Himiko and her ultra, I like all their ultimates. They're really top tier in my opinion, and really well done. So that's what I like about it.
Before, what did you mean by it's very RPG?
Well, by like very RPG, I feel like, well, first it has a lot of cutscenes that kind of play out like a movie. All like RPG games always have a lot of cutscenes that play out like a movie. The characters are really well thought out, and it feels like you're kind of watching like meeting anime characters. That's what I like a lot.
Yeah,
So,
she does too.
that's just what I mean by like RPG. So
I get the immersion in the story thing. It is like watching a movie for me, but except like you're playing in the movie. Like I felt that during certain side quests, like To the Faint Star and etc.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, well, and I feel like the characters, from what I've
Spoiler
seen,
bit.
already have such rich and like deep backstories, and with such a like detailed world, it's so easy to get lost in it, right?
definitely.
Oh yeah, I like to get attached to characters, like depending on what they are, and sometimes a little too attached, you know. Like I don't want anything bad to happen to them.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Literally, it is like a movie.
Yeah.
You are controlling the characters. And
Definitely.
Exactly. It's almost too much pressure, right? Because then you love the characters and you are in control, and you don't want
Yeah.
anything bad to happen.
Yeah.
We're trying our best to kind of create an experience as immersive as possible. So, which is what we feel is one of the most important things to making a good RPG. A lot of our inspiration actually came from a lot of great classics like the Trails series,
Yep.
Persona.
I heard that the producer of Star Rail previously had conversations with the producers of Atlas and Falcom.
Yeah, when he learned that Toshihiro Kondo from Falcom and Katsura Hashino from Atlas agreed to meet up, he was in high spirits the entire day. A lot of members on the team actually grew up playing the Trails and Persona series, so that was a huge morale boost for the entire team.
Yeah, well, I mean, that all sounds so exciting. And speaking of exciting, I assume that Honkai Star Rail is a game that's built to last and will continuously bring new updates?
Yes, so a lot of like other Hoyoverse products like Genshin Impact, Tears of Themis, Honkai Impact 3rd, we are going to make sure we're dedicating lots of time and passion into high quality and continuous updates for the game.
So, what would you say is the most important feature of Honkai Star Rail?
Well, that's a pretty hard question to answer. But personally, my favorite aspect about Honkai Star Rail would probably be the story and the world that we created.
I was actually a bit confused about the world, or the universe to be more specific.
Okay.
Same.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So let me get ready for this, because our universe can be a little difficult to understand. So let me explain some of the kind of vital concepts for you.
Okay.
So, first off, the two most important concepts are aeons and stellarons. The aeons are basically gods, and they all ascended from ordinary creatures or non-living things. Each aeon represents an ideal or unique concept in a universe, which gives them their own motivation and their source of power. For example, the aeon of trailblazing, Akivali, was once the former owner of the Astral Express, but his goal was to discover and explore the great unknowns. In our current timeline, though, Akivali is actually long gone, but his believers, the Nameless, continue in his absence and travel across the universe, shuttling between different planets and always taking part in some sort of adventure. So, the character you choose will also be part of this group of the Nameless. But you have one important difference from the rest of the cast. That is the existence of a stellaron inside your body. Stellarons are generally considered to be the source of disasters in the universe, so they're known to be ominous and dangerous objects. A group of individuals are called the Stellaron Hunters, and they are looking for stellarons in order to use them for unknown purposes. So Kafka, Silverwolf, Blade, and their leader Elio are the four that make up the Stellaron Hunters. But for some unknown reason, Kafka decided to stuff a stellaron inside your body, and that's where your journey begins. So now that you have a stellaron inside of you, you must set off to various worlds around the universe, hopefully to explore the secrets of the world and discover the truth about who you really are. So our starting point in the game is a space station called Herta, named after the owner of the station, one of my favorite characters and one of the smartest people in the universe. The space station is packed with scientists and researchers from around the universe, but in reality, it's really just Miss Herta's laboratory and personal storage room.
Okay, so we're now inside Herta Space Station?
Yeah, we are. I would say this is the Herta space station. But we'll be departing from here shortly to the first world, a planet covered by ice and snow called Jarilo 6. This used to be a planet with a prosperous civilization, but because of a stellaron hundreds of years ago, Jarilo 6 experienced a sudden climate shift and turned into a pure white planet. Now there's only one city with civilization left on the entire planet, called Belobog, which is our first destination. Here we'll see stories of humans, fighting against the climate, and fighting against monsters.
And that's why I said it was very RPG-like, because it's a lot of lore, like a lot.
And there's more! So our next destination is the Shenzhou Laofu, a gigantic interstellar spaceship that's home to several different races and very advanced civilizations. Here, you'll find races with fox ears, some with dragon inheritance, and even normal, ordinary humans. They're all waiting for players to discover and meet them in the game. But you can learn more about Shenzhou's civilization by completing quests, reading texts in the world, and interacting with the NPCs there. Of course, the story of Shenzhou is only just starting in this version, and we're very excited to open more areas and stories in the future.
So thank you for that, Austin. I feel like you just shared a wealth of knowledge.
Well, that's
Definitely
what I do.
But is there any chance you can share any information about future areas or stories?
So, not yet, but when the time is right, we will share it with everyone. We've developed many technologies and, of course, invested a lot of resources into this game so Trailblazers can see exquisite characters, fancy visual effects, high-quality cutscenes, and more. And so that's going to continue coming to you in the future.
Well, and Hoyoverse has had such a huge impact on the gaming industry over the past few years, not just on developers, but players and fans too.
Yeah, I feel like Hoyoverse came out of nowhere, and now everyone plays Genshin Impact. It's like
Oh, yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, no, it was popular with the anime fans at the beginning, and more people were becoming more aware about Hoyoverse. But now even at the conventions, it's like a lot of Genshin Impact cosplayers. Like I see them literally at every convention I go to. So.
I even cosplay Genshin Impact.
There
Do you really?
go.
Yeah, I would cosplay like 2 characters.
Oh wow.
I love like Koyo versus character designing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah.
If you go to a convention, you're gonna see Genshin Impact
Yeah,
everywhere.
definitely.
Everywhere.
Mhm.
I remember seeing a bit of Honkai Star Rail cosplayers last year at Anime Expo, and I was kind of surprised because the game's not out, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've done enough with the concept arts and all that stuff that we can start planning ahead and got people really excited. It kind of helped bring that immersion to our world.
Totally.
Makes sense.
all
Makes
the
sense.
hype.
Well, that must
Yeah.
be really
Cool,
rewarding
guys.
too to see players be
Yeah.
so excited ahead of the game's
Yeah,
launch.
and vice versa. I mean, if you're a traditional artist and you're drawing in a 2D space, it's super cool to start seeing your work, your effort being brought into the real life space.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
If I drew
Yeah.
something and I saw someone dressed as the something,
Yeah.
No, that'd make me
even
feel
if
really
the
good.
game wasn't
yeah.
out, I'm like, wow, you like the design that much?
Totally. I don't
Flattered.
know that I ever thought about it that
Yeah.
way.
Definitely.
But on the subject of expos, your reach in the traditional mainstream video game industry is just getting wider and wider. So far, it's been Summer Game Fest, Gamescom, the Game Awards, and if I remember correctly, Tokyo Game Show as well. So even though you might have started off as an anime game developer and mobile game developer, your reach really is growing. And I think the cross-platform play helps a lot with that. Since Honkai Star Rail is also a cross-platform game, I would love to know, how do you balance between mobile, PC, and console users within the same game?
Yeah, and there are many players that are used to and tend to play games on mobile phones, and they also have the same amount of love for video games as others do. So we want to ensure we're providing them with the best possible game experience, regardless of platform, from the very beginning of development. The turn-based gameplay for Honkai Star Rail actually allows us to achieve this goal even better, because we don't need to be conducting many real-time actions and super precise operations. So we've also invested a lot of resources in the optimization for all platforms. So mobile players, PC players, and console players can all have a smooth experience playing the game.
Okay, well, how about instead we check out gameplay and try out the game? Lily, do you want to do the honors?
Absolutely.
Amazing. Well, let's play some Honkai Star Rail. Ooh.
Here we go. Starting off with strong with Seal.
I know Lily's happy.
Right.
Not her
Super
favorite.
cute. I love her.
So cute.
Very elegant, very badass, very strong. Overall, 10 out of 10 character.
10 out of 10.
Very cute. Attacks with
The
her
character
tail.
design in this game is for real crazy. Like
Yeah.
Right. I love her tail.
everybody's extremely
Their little
unique. Doesn't
full
remind me of the
antlers.
next character.
Super-
Right?
really like
they
it.
really are
Mhm.
also unique.
Yeah.
He clean.
He's
Super, super
cool.
clean. Ooh, I like the like doorknobby thing on his
Yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah.
Sort of that.
Oh
I see
yeah,
why
that knocked
people
with the
want to
lion.
cosplay. That's attention to detail. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
I feel like I see why a lot of people would probably cosplay these characters.
Right.
Right.
Like a lot of that's a lot of hard work, and they probably would come out looking really clean.
Those little attention to details make it tougher to probably create the cosplay, but I think at the same point it makes it all more rewarding, right?
Exactly.
Totally, totally.
You said that much better than I was saying that.
No, we're all aligned. Okay, so then we
Yeah.
have this little photo mode here. Allows you
Ooh.
to pose.
Different expressions, poses.
Pretty.
She's so elegant. I mean,
Look at that.
honestly, all
Oh,
the
shit.
characters are so elegant.
No, they really are. That's the
No,
only word
turn
you could
around.
use to
Yeah.
Oh
sum it up.
gosh darn it. I'm such a bad wait.
Yeah.
There she is.
Okay. Yeah. So we're in camera mode, so you can change it into. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
There we go.
So I think that first button you were pressing, I think was kind of like switching between like front or back view,
Go. Oh yeah, you're right.
or selfie mode.
Oh,
Oh,
so
that's
first person.
cute. Interesting.
Very cool.
They got every aspect
Yeah.
in this
I
game.
know,
They literally
right?
have thought of every single thing.
How long were you working on this?
Yeah. If you're a professional photographer and you want to
Perfect.
move on into the
Oh,
game
you
world.
Really
This
take
is
a
it.
picture?
Speaking of professional photographer, look
Right
at that.
there.
So cute.
That's hard. It's the
Yeah.
little details like that make you like really appreciate a game for real.
Right?
Right.
I love the physics of her
She's clean.
costume.
There we
I
go.
love
Yeah.
her.
Always need a good fox character. Fox
Right?
looking character.
The way her ponytail.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, they really did their thing on these characters. And the abilities that you can just throw out, those are all
I
just amazing.
love the colors and
And
her
her,
ability.
her special effects, yeah, to that attack is just unseen. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that sort of like style. It's almost
Yeah.
like they're painting in
I would say
midair.
it's like painting. Well, and I like that there's kind of, it doesn't immediately disappear. There's kind of like
Yeah.
a delay on it. It's nice.
Arr.
How long do you think it takes her to get ready in the morning and tie all those ribbons?
Dude, this would take so long. I feel. I'm shy.
Oh,
Oh. So I know too, I think if we press T, we'll be able to actually start changing the team and showing off some of the other characters as well.
Oh yeah.
see who
Oh,
else?
March 7th.
There's March
Mm.
7th.
March 7th.
She's super cute.
She's so cute. You know my birthday's on March 7th.
Oh,
Alright.
you
Fun
should play her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll play her and then cosplay her.
That's really
Yeah,
clean
just
though.
really
Just
commit, to the March 7th bit.
I feel like what naming a character March 7th is really bold, but that's really a cold name.
Yeah,
that's a
that's
good
right.
name. Like that's hard.
I think as you maybe get to know her more, maybe you'll start learning
How
more
much
about why.
hairspray?
Nah, that hair is
Ooh,
unique.
I like
That's
that.
some
That's a
unique
cool
hair.
That is
Wow.
some unique
Nah,
hair.
Branya, they did
Wow.
the thing on character design.
They really did.
And there goes Himiko.
Oh,
There
she's
she
cool.
is. Good taste.
Gosh,
Good
I
taste.
love her hair. So pretty.
Her ultimate move, crazy.
I like her sleeves.
Clara.
I like how she's just shoeless.
Yeah.
She's courageous walking
Yeah.
around with no shoes.
She looks so sad.
We must know like her backstory. That probably explains.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
All
sure.
of that, right?
100%.
I know she has a tragic backstory.
Oh, I love she's a little
Natasha.
teddy bear.
Cute.
Nice.
I
her
love that.
glasses.
The character design is so good and so unique for every character.
No,
Right.
seriously.
She's cute.
Make sure each one kind of stands like proudly on their own, right? It's
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow.
Nasta,
Cute. Cute.
Serval.
Serval, this is the one that you're
So
that's
giving out,
hard.
right?
So
The light blue
Yeah.
hair at the end is hard.
Herta. So right, this is who I was mentioning before.
Mhm.
Right, the Herta space station. This is Herta herself, right? So researcher, scientist, and collector.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah, I wonder how much drag that tail has, like when she's running.
Right.
She
How much
can
weight
feel-
that is.
yeah.
Probably very heavy.
Yeah.
So we're right now in Shenzhou Laofo.
How do I get to
I
the?
believe that we saw in the distance there was the Jade Gate. Right, so there's lots of different little elements into this, our second world here, kind of showcasing lots of little things you kind of pick up and learn about the culture and sort of why people act the way they do and all that history we've been talking about. Something you really pick up in this game.
Super, super awesome. Oh, it looks so pretty
So
at night.
I think from here we're at the Exalting Sanctum. This is the place where the citizens actually live at. It's kind of more of the living quarters.
Cute. Love the ribbons flying
Oh,
behind her.
pretty here.
And I think we saw a little peak of a giant tree in the distance.
Is this where it is? I'm unsure.
Yeah, I think it was to your right there.
How come it's all
Up.
like? It's.
There is a giant tree
I
there.
think I see a branch.
I think I
I'm
see it
trying
right
to
there,
make
too.
sure, as I look at it, to make sure that it is indeed the ambrosial arbor.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah,
the tree. That's
that's
tree right
it.
there.
So this is the ambrosial arbor. It's a giant tree left by one of the aeons of abundance. It was actually originally used to grant you eternal life, but was destroyed. So now, after that destruction, the ambrosial arbor has actually been closed and strictly forbidden to enter. Right, so there's these little elements, right, throughout this world that you're going to be able to see and kind of hint at this sort of story and other sort of past in history.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like we're seeing that. We talked about it a little bit with the character design, and then the worlds are all so distinct and rich. And I think that
Mhm.
all just adds to, the immersive aspect of this game.
Exactly. I did
Oh,
not know this map was that
exploring.
big.
This is the exalting sector.
If you want, you can go to the Artisan Commission.
Wow.
Perfect.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's so pretty.
Right, it's so pretty.
It's changing.
All right.
You're like, I'm
Here?
buckled in.
Yeah.
That is a clean boss design.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I love the flowers.
So,
It's like even the bosses are pretty.
right?
Yeah.
So this boss is one of our new bosses. It's the Abundant Ebon Deer. So we're going to be fighting it now.
We're in trouble now.
Go, Lily, go.
1,000 ones.
I'll be honest, I really didn't have too many high expectations for the combat in this game before playing it, but you know, just because of the classic RPGs, there's not much that you can do. But just like I was explaining earlier with the ultimates and everything, I really think they put a lot of work into the battle aspect and animations of the game.
Right.
Yeah, visually, it's super fun to watch.
Among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Right. And I think with like
That's one right there.
I think my favorite thing with like RPGs too is like every time you like as you get further and further, those damage numbers keep going up and up and up. And it kind of just feels like that. You kind of feel that growth.
Yeah, it's a good feeling for sure.
Radiant spirit, heed my word.
These ultimate animations.
Gosh, I think that's probably my favorite.
Also, like even like see they're hitting them with like ultimate moves. It still isn't taking off that much damage off of them. I feel like the game is like really difficult. So if you think you're just gonna go through there and easily win against every boss, I don't think it's that easy to
It's not
to just do
that
that.
easy.
Yeah, I
Like,
see you
can
struggling a
attest,
little bit.
It's not.
You actually
So-
need a strategy and what every boss is like weak against and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, you can't just like spam, in my opinion.
Well, and I feel like it really just makes
Let me end your misery.
going through the game so much more rewarding, right?
Right,
When you
very
have
true.
to actually, I don't know if this is revealing too much about myself, but it's like when you really have to work
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
and then you get it, it feels,
Yeah.
it's fun.
I agree 100%.
And it puts the emphasis on like that team building, mechanic, right? Because you don't just grab like your 4 favorite characters. You can, I think, at certain stages, but when things get too tough, right? It's start looking to okay, well, who's really going to be helping out this other character I have? That's sort of like collaboration, those synergies that can really help with this sort of breaking down these tough bosses,
Exactly.
right? So we saw an attack boost just there from that character, so then you start dealing way bigger damage.
Yeah, no, definitely way more damage now.
Well, and then going back to just the strategy aspect, I feel like if it's in cases where the game and the combat is kind of too easy and you're just spamming actual combat,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but it looks like you have to use attack boosts, you need to think about healing, you need to think about like defensive boosts.
And like
Right.
what the boss is like weak against. Certain characters have extra attacks.
Exactly, yeah.
And you can use ultimates freely. Like there's a bunch of things you could do.
Illusions of the past.
I love her animations so much.
I know.
I
I love
know.
all of your ultimate animations. I think they did so well on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, they really put thought into each and every person's, moveset.
And
That's what I really like about it.
I think because these animations are so great for these ultimates, I'm really happy that you can do the ultimates multiple times in the battle. Like in a lot of old RPGs, it's like you're saving up, and it might not even be like you might not get it for like 4 or 5 battles, but this
Yeah.
one's like no,
Exactly.
like that ultimate is gonna be charged up, and you're gonna be using it multiple times to see that awesome, the big numbers and the big animation.
And even using it multiple times, you still can lose. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
So like, I see why they gave you the use to use it multiple times instead of just one.
The support abilities also feel really nice. Like whenever she gives damage boost or if Philo heals, like
Well-
it feels so useful.
Yeah. And sorry, Lily, I was starting to interrupt you. And then on the left,
So
it's
cool.
kind of the order of who's up next for combat, correct?
Mhm,
No time
correct.
to lose.
Yeah, I like that. That's clean.
Yeah.
Yes, go Philo!
Ooh.
Gosh, I love her so much. She's so cute. Look at that, like it's so
is she
cute.
is she like a healer?
She's a
Yeah.
healer.
Oh.
Support.
They have there's a couple classes in the game, all with like actual in-game terminology. But for our conversation's sake, right, you'll see some that are really good at AOE damage, some at single target damage, some that are more at like buffing your current team, some at debuffing the enemy, and then some more on like that healing side of stuff, protecting. And then there's a couple more around that as well. So what you just saw at the top of the bar, that white one is called toughness, which can be weakened by enemies' weaknesses. So if you can get that down, it gives you an extra attack that turn and puts a debuff on the enemy.
Okay,
Well, then obviously the orange bar is your health.
got it.
I honestly would have thought we beat the boss and the boss had another part to it.
Oh
so-
no,
Yeah,
it is.
no, no, no.
Yeah, there was a phase 2, but we're gonna move on
leaving,
from that one.
yeah, we're
that's
leaving,
that's enough teaser for.
Yeah, let the
players.
gamers find out about that one.
Yeah, so I think that is it for the gameplay part today. I believe that all the Trailblazers who have never played the game, including myself, now have a deeper understanding of what Honkai Star Rail looks like, and you can experience the rest of the content in the game yourselves. You know, for RPGs, it's all about playing it on your own, and speaking from experience, it is always much more fun than watching others play. However, it is
I
fun to watch
agree.
others play
Yeah.
sometimes, especially when it's some new gameplay, right? So now, do you have anything else to share with us, Austin?
Oh, I have a lot more to share. So first of all, I'd like to quickly go through all the giveaway events in version 1.0 of the game, since we prepared a few events and giveaways for all of our players. So first up, we have our login event where you can get 10 Star Rail passes, or special passes, for the limited warp, just by logging into the game for 7 days.
Do we need to log into the game for 7 consecutive days or?
It doesn't need to be consecutive. As long as you just log in for 7 days throughout the this time, you can get these passes.
Okay.
When Trailblazers reach certain Trailblaze levels, such as levels 5, 15, 25, and 35, you'll receive normal passes for normal warps, in the end totaling to 40 normal passes and 1,600 Stellar Jades. There is no time limit for this event. You can play the game with the speed that you feel most comfortable with.
And of course, our pre-registration rewards. Since there were more than 10 million players who have pre-registered for our game, we're celebrating by giving each player 20 normal passes and Serval, the lightning
Oh.
character with multi-target
Nice.
damage.
No, he's clean.
Yeah. A huge thanks to all the players in the world for their love, and of course, all the creators in the community, like you two.
You're welcome.
Thank you too, Austin.
Even if you haven't pre-registered, it's not too late in any of that regard. This is our gift to every single player. You should find it in your mailbox today after you enable the warp function.
Oh, okay.
All good news. And now I get to remind you about the types of banners Honkai Star Rail will have. The first one is called Departure Warp, requiring normal passes with a 20% discount and a guaranteed 5-star character within the 50 pulls. Then there are the Normal Warp, also requiring normal passes, which contains 7 permanent 5-star characters and 7 5-star light cones, plus many 4-star characters and light cones and 3-star light cones.
Is your chance to get Himiko.
Yeah, I see.
There it is. So then we have the limited banners for version 1.0. The first character banner is Butterfly on Sword Tip with Seal.
Yo.
That's our quantum single damage character. We also have our light cone banner called Brilliant Fixation with the limited light cone in the night of Hunting Path.
That's so nice.
I know.
She's my favorite character, so it's like I'm biased, obviously.
I just love how she looks.
These first limited banners will last for 20 days starting from today, so until May 17th. But then, at that point, we will then start the second limited banner with Jing Yuan. The banner is called Swirl of Heavenly Spear. And then that's also to be paired with the limited light cone Before Dawn, which belongs to the erudition path.
Wow.
So
He looks
cool.
so cool.
Right?
A friend of mine actually voices him in English.
Oh, there we
Serious?
go.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. I'm like, wait, who is this?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
These two banners will open on May 17th and last until June 5th.
Very cool.
Next, I'd like to use the last few minutes to introduce some of the special events we've prepared for our players around the world. We'll be doing what we call the Astral Express Global Tour, which is a global event happening right now. We've built an actual Astral Express locomotive, and they've been
What?
placed in some of the biggest cities around the world, so you can see them in person. As you can see in the video, Times Square in New York and Shibuya in Japan are ready for the train to arrive.
So cool.
There are many regions running the event, so check out the details on our event website and follow our social media accounts for more.
That's actually.
Wow, I want to go.
That's-
Are these like little
that's unique.
hints?
Those were going to be some hints at the which locations are going to be.
Yeah, super cool.
This weekend, April 29th and 30th, my birthday. At Times Square, all Trailblazers can go and take a look at the Astral Express. We're also holding a mini event for you to get some merchandise starting from 12 to 7 p.m. each day of the weekend. Follow our official social accounts or simply just search the Astral Express Global Tour on search engines, and you'll see a website that'll give you all the detailed information for all the regions.
Wait, is the train the same size as it is in the game? Because it's crazy big in the game.
It's very big in the
It's like
game.
the cabin inside the train is huge.
I don't know.
Yeah, we really wanted to build one that was like a one-to-one,
Yeah, no.
rebuild of the train, but ultimately we had to settle on a more smaller, realistic version of what we could do.
Still creative though. Still creative.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But you'll notice, we didn't even get like the full train. We just kind of just stuck with the locomotive. That really kind of iconic look. But either way, the train we have in Times Square looks so awesome. I've actually seen it in person, and I admit, like, you can't actually get inside the car.
I was
but
about to ask that.
oh, I tried.
I was about to ask that.
And I just want to confirm the train can't actually fly in space, right?
Yeah, I think we also tried to do that too, but no, not yet.
Not yet, not quite. Well, HoYoverse has also prepared some special collaborations for players all over the world. First off, with Waze, the navigation app. So starting right now, we are launching a customized
Yeah.
Astral Express navigation icon and March 7th voice. So these are going to be available for 2 months until June 24th. All you need to do is open the Waze app, click Change Voice and Change Car Options, and find March 7th as your navigator and the Astral Express as your ride.
This is some of the best
What?
promotion I've
March
ever seen.
7th,
Yeah.
Like, how cool is that?
I ain't
He's
never
gonna
seen no
navigate
game
for
do
us?
this much
That's
for
so
promotion.
awesome.
That's crazy.
I love that.
Super
Very
cool.
unique.
Yeah. Our next collaboration is with Razer, the world's leading lifestyle brand for
Oh,
gamers.
y'all doing it.
Yeah. We're working with 8 Razer stores for a limited pop-up event. The Razer stores will be decorated in Honkai Star Rail theme, and you'll be able to get 50 Stellar Jades by either trying the game in store or showing that you downloaded the game on your mobile phone. Our 4 stores in the US are Austin, Los Angeles, New York, and Seattle. Then we'll have 1 store in London, 2 stores in Singapore, and 1 in Taipei.
Up next, I get the exciting job of announcing conventions in the upcoming months. Honkai Star Rail will be at Anime Expo, Japan Expo, GamersCon, Gamescom, and Tokyo Game Show. More conventions will be announced at a later date. Conventions are so fun. Lily, I know you cosplay. Like, what kind of conventions or which convention would you say is your favorite?
Oh, it's hard to say. Anime Expo is really fun.
Yeah.
It's a little big now, and crowded. I like going to like smaller conventions sometimes just to see like how it's, cause like when the conventions start out, it has a more like, it has a cozy vibe.
Should
I
come to
like that.
DreamCon.
DreamCon.
Yeah,
DreamCon.
that's like ours was a little bit smaller too. I know Anime Expo is like what 50,000 people now.
It's insane. But the plus side of Anime Expo is you get to see all the coolest cosplays. Like people go all
true.
out for these cosplays in Anime
True.
Expo. Oh my gosh.
They definitely do. They
They
definitely do.
do. And I love how there's always like a flavor of the month sort of year, I guess,
Yeah,
with
flavor of the year.
cosplay.
Yeah.
I know this entire last year's just been Genshin.
Yeah.
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 A little bit of
just
Spy
Genshin.
Family.
Spy
Yeah.
Spy Family, yeah, no,
yeah.
there's definitely a lot of that, yeah. And
was a
always a
game-
lot of Demon Slayer too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Demon,
Demon Slayer's
Slayer.
everywhere
Before that
in
was
every
Attack on
convention.
Titan. It was like ReZero. Like there's always like these, flavors of the year. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm always so in awe of cosplayers because there's so much craftsmanship that goes, like, it's kind of a marrying of a lot of different skill sets of physical arts.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you can just beam me and buy it off a site.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's
You
still, I
could.
think you could do that, and then you're doing like your hair and your makeup though.
Yeah, you do
and
have to do the
it's so
makeup and
cute.
everything.
But I like the
Yeah.
ones where they like hand make them and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Those
it's
are always
more
usually the
personal.
best ones.
When you
So-
see some of the stuff too, where we've seen like a Raiden cosplay where their sword is like full of LEDs. So right when she
Ah.
activates, it
Cool.
lights up and glows. Right. So those are things I don't think you can buy it off of a site. I think that's something you have to probably.
Yeah,
And that's
for
ones
sure.
that really kind of help shine above the rest.
I'm always so impressed.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they make the props themselves, like how do you?
Yeah, how do you even do
that?
that?
Right?
I'm so.
They bought a
in awe.
material off
Creativity.
Amazon and then just
I have to like
Ran with
commission
it.
people to do it for me.
So
'cause
cool.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all fun though.
And finally, I'm excited to announce our first global fan art competition, the Multiverse Vistas, which will launch in May. All players are welcome to participate, and we'll be giving out rewards. The competition will have 4 categories: video, painting, music, and cosplay. And we'll have some very popular and very talented guests serving as judges. I'm always glad that we can do stuff like this because it helps bring the community to the forefront,
No,
right?
definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of great
You
collabs
guys
y'all
are
got.
painting. That's great.
Right,
Yeah.
Fostering the arts. I love it.
And for more information about Multiverse Vista and any of the events we talked about today, please check out our official Twitter, Facebook, and other official social media accounts. And thanks for helping, by the way, Sydney, with all these announcements. I'm really excited about Honkai Star Rail. I hope you are too, and I hope you're excited about all these upcoming events.
You are so welcome. Thank you for letting me be a part of this. And we're all looking forward to everything HoYoverse has planned this year. But it looks like we're reaching the end of our show. So I would like to toss it back to you in terms of thanking all of you for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
for inviting me. It was really fun.
Definitely. Same.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed today's launch show. It's honestly a great honor for me to have met you and to meet all the trailblazers around the world. We will continue to work hard to bring high quality game content and rich activities to the community and our fans.
Are you just trying to rush home to play the game now as well?
No, I'm not in a hurry. I played this game plenty of times.
Well, with that, I'll end by saying that Honkai Star Rail, a brand new free-to-play cross-platform space fantasy RPG, is now available on iOS, Android, and PC. The game is also on the Epic Store and will also be coming to PS5 and PS4 in the near future. I'm your host, Sydney Goodman, along with Austin, Mark, and Lily Pichu. Where can we all find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, RDC World 1, or Supreme Dreams.
Lily P. Choo choo. Cut that out.
And we will be seeing you next time. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
That's nice and all. Like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Just open the game. It's like oh shit. I've been on a game. Okay. I just opened from the game. Yeah. I think the game. Yeah. Start the game. Super duper excited. Oh shit. Okay, starting as super excited. Oh shit. So what a cap.
私の出番じゃなさそうね。
いや、ちょうどいいところに来た。システム時間23時47分15秒。時間通りだ、カフカ。
エリオが見る未来に間違いはないわ。さっきの爆発は何かしら。あれも彼の脚本に含まれているの？
うん。システム時間23時44分59秒。爆発による衝撃波でメイン制御システムの大部分がダウンと書いてある。
君がやったの？
反物質レギオンがやった。奴らはシステムにおける2時間前に宇宙ステーションに侵入した。
私たちはレギオンと交戦するかしら。
わからない。エリオは何も言ってない。重要なことではないみたい。
了解。じゃあここからの行動は私が引き継ぐわ。
了解。今度こそ私を楽しませてくれる？ここまでの行動は本当に退屈だった。
ごめんね。今日の任務はすごく退屈なの。ただ目標を入れるだけだから。でも楽しみを見出したいのなら邪魔はしないわ。だってエリオの脚本にないものはどうだっていいもの。一瞬よ。呼吸するその感覚覚えておいて。
Just change the graphics a bit, definitely.
反物質レギオンっていつの間にこんなに弱くなったのかしら。
私が引き寄せられる兵力はこれだけ。あなたもここがレギオンの主力に狙われるのはごめんでしょ。
こんな奴らじゃ列車の連中を食い止めるのは無理ね。
安心して。終末獣も一匹来てるから。
素晴らしい時はやがてお別れの時間よ。
他人の後始末は私の仕事じゃない。そうでしょ、カフカ。
もういいじゃない。で、さっきのはどこにあったの、銀狼？
座標は適当に決めた。こだわりはない。 あのボイドレンジャーの行く先が気になるの？
全然気にしてないわ。ただ何回見ても君のやり方って不思議だなって思っただけよ。
現実データを修正しているだけ。研究する価値はない。
さっきから何を見てるの？そんなに面白いのかしら。私にも見せてちょうだい。
ヘルタのおもちゃ、宇宙ステーションに収集してある鬼物のリスト。興味深いものがたくさんある。
例えば？
この銃は照準に入った生物に0から100まで点数をつけることができる。
それのどこが興味深いのよ。
自分の点数が気にならない？
そう。じゃあ道中見つけたら試してみましょう。目標地点はどこかしら？
左の扉の奥の通路を進むと何らかの器物が置かれた部屋がある。
性格はそこにあるの？
それが性格がどこにあるか教えてくれる。この先は宇宙ステーションの中心エリアだ。反物質レギオンのボイドレンジャーがたくさんいるはず。
そう。タイミングが悪かったよね。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。バトル体験を改善しないと。このスピードで遅すぎる。
Okay, nice round of the tutorial. Here is your no, that's name of so it's long. Why is you haven't called the trade right now? Nameless.
はっ。
People of which
止まって。前に何かいるわ。
どうやら待ち伏せされていたのは私たち。
でも残念なことに囲まれたのは彼らね。
こんなすぐ餌にかかるなんてね。いや、
痛くないわ。呼吸するその感覚覚えておく。お別れの時間よ。タイミングが悪かったよね。誰もいないわ。ちゃんと避難したのね。
訪問ログを見るとこの女は半年間ここに来ていない。避難先。
聞いたことない名前ね。あ、確かエリオは私たちがヘルタに会うことはないって言っていたわ。ということは本当にここにはいないみたいね。性格はどこ？
エリオの脚本に性格の具体的な位置は書かれてない。 つまり彼の見た未来で。
私たちは物理的な移動手段で性格を見つけるわけじゃない。
この宇宙ステーションには信じられないようなものが多くあるから。
鬼物で鬼物を隠す。確かにあの女がやりそうなことね。で、ずっとリストを見てるけど手がかりは見つけたのよね。
必要な手がかりは全て揃っている。あとはちょっとしたテクニックを駆使するだけ。部屋にある端末設備を調べて。そこに鬼物があるかもしれない。
わかったわ。君のパフォーマンスを見せてもらうわね。宇宙ステーションの隅々まで映ってるけど性格は見当たらないわね。
あったとしても罠のはず。ヘルタの収集しているものが見えるところに置いてあるわけがない。
That's a great point. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have any skill points, it's also kind of on the piece.
あら、この端末メモリーがなくなってる。
ここは監視室。データを削除して逃げたんだと思う。よくあること。こうやって探してても効率が悪い。もうこっちに来て。
で、どうするつもり？君の案を聞かせてもらおうかしら。
監視システムをハッキングする。
なるほどね。ヘルタの収集品はシステムから独立している。つまり影響を受けなかったところがターゲットってわけね。
シンプルだけど効果はある。ほら見つけた。
これは
鬼物ナンバー211ブラインドゾーン。簡単な光の屈折によりエリア内の物体を視認しにくくする。けど他の物体が目立たなくなった途端、その姿は浮き彫りになる。
ヘルタってばこんなチャチなおもちゃを使って自分のお宝を隠してるの？
簡単なトリックほど見破りにくい。私たちのモットーでもあるでしょ。
また変なものが増えたね。
普通のホログラフィーに見えるけど殻に覆われている。
通ってみましょう。大丈夫。こんなところで倒れるなんてことないから。へえ、さすが天才クラブのメンバーってところかしら。
性格はすぐそこだ。急ごう。独立した防御システムがある。どうやらヘルタにとって性格は一般的な収集品とは違うみたい。
取り出せる？
もちろん。ヘルタが天才だとしてもハッカーの領域では私にかなわない。
さすがね。じゃあ媒体の準備も任せるわ。
媒体の準備ができた。あなたが決めて。
エリオが言っていたわ。この選択は多くの変化をもたらすって。
エリオはこの選択を下すのはあなたでないといけないとも言っていた。どうしたの？ぼーっとして。手放したくない？彼に新しい名前をつける？
そうね。 これでいいわ。どれくらい記憶が残ってるの彼。
少なくともあなたのことは覚えてる。
お目覚めの時間よ。よかった。私を覚えているのね。聞いて。今とても混乱しているわよね。自分が誰で、なぜここにいるのか、これからどうすればいいのかわからない。私を知っている気がするけど、信用していいかわからない。でも、これらは重要じゃない。重要なのは、私は君を一人、この宇宙ステーションに残して立ち去ること。だから、今からはもう過去のことを考えたり、自分を疑ったりする必要はないわ。聞いて。これから君は、数えきれないほど危険な目にあって、恐ろしい状況に身を置くことになる。でも、美しい出来事にもたくさん出会うわ。家族のような仲間を持ち、夢の中でも体験できないような冒険をする。旅の終わりには、君を悩ませてきたすべての謎が解き明かされるの。これがエリオの予見。そして、君がたどり着く未来よ。気に入ったかしら。それでいいわ。聞いて。今の気持ちを忘れないで。心に決めたことに従えば、必ず物語の結末にたどり着けるわ。私は、君のそういうところが好きなの。
もういいでしょ。脚本によれば、請求列車の人たちがもうすぐ来る。私たちは彼らと遭遇すべきではない。
わかってるわ、銀狼。もう少しだけよ。もう時間みたい。私は行くわ。聞いて。すぐに誰かが見つけてくれるから、彼らについていくといいわ。選択の機会があるときに、自分が後悔するようなことはしちゃダメよ。
このものの座標は宇宙ステーションから発信されたものじゃない。
こんな時にまだそんなこと気にしてるの？うちらの目の前にいるのは生きた人間。これだけは間違いないでしょ？
心拍、脈拍ともに弱いな。美月、人工呼吸の準備を。
うちは経験不足だから炭鉱がやってよ。待って、起きたよ。大丈夫？うちの声は聞こえる？自分の名前は覚えてる？それは相当まずいね。頑張って思い出せない？あんたの名前は？
よろしく頼む。俺は炭鉱、こっちは美月なのかだ。この宇宙ステーションは反物質レギオンの襲撃に遭い、俺たちはアスター所長の依頼を受けて救援に来たんだ。
壊滅のナヌークの手下だよ。あんた運がいいね。一番危険な絶滅大君は近くにいないし、ここにいるのはあっちこっちで悪さしてる幽兵たちだけみたい。うちらがすぐに侵入者をやっつけるから心配しないでね。そうそう、ピンクの髪で背はあんまり高くない可愛い女の子。ミス・ヘルタが代理所長に任命したの。あの子威厳がなさすぎるよ。ここのスタッフでさえ彼女の名前を知らないなんて。
主制御部分に戻るんだ。アスター所長と避難した研究員がそこにいる。
請求列車も近くに止まってるよ。だからモンスターの襲撃は心配しないで。うちらがこのピンチを解決するから。うちと炭鉱は請求列車の乗員だよ。
列車とミス・ヘルタは親交がある。だから俺たちは時折ここに少し止まるんだ。
もし何か問題が起きれば正義の列車組が必ず手を差し伸べるんだよ。え、見たことないの？たまに宇宙ステーションに列車が来てるでしょ。
Okay, sorry for the mute, guys. Okay. Master and Business knew that he was watching the song.
神秘的な列車で開拓のアイウォーンの力を宿している。宇宙を渡り歩くことができるものだ。
主制御部分に戻ったら見せてあげるよ。
お前は美月と一緒に行け。防衛課のアーランとの連絡がこの付近で途絶えた。俺は彼を探して連れ戻す。
そっか、分かった。気をつけてね。そうだ、これを渡しとくね。レギオンは宇宙ステーションで好き放題してるから退路も安全とは言い切れない。護身用に武器は持っておいた方が安心でしょ。ただのアドバイスだよ。大丈夫、あんたにはうちがついてるから。珍しいものがたくさんあるでしょ。これらはいわゆる器物。ヘルタはこういうものを集めるだけ集めて使わないんだ。だからどれも埃をかぶってるの。意味わかんないよね。あ、反物質レギオン。あいつら逃げてきたんだ。うちに出くわすなんてついてないね。いや、いや、うちの出番。ほら、うちがいるんだから負けないよ。
即戦即決というお前の番だ。
殴ったね。 動かないでね。今祝福してあげるから。おお、人って見た目によらないんだね。あんた戦闘に慣れてるじゃん。後で真ん中のエレベーターから下に降りて主制御部分を目指そう。道は知ってる？あれ？そういえばあんた宇宙ステーションの制服を着てないけど、本当にここの人なの？記憶喪失？やっぱり怪我してるみたいだね。まあいいよ、もう聞かないよ。行こう、うちが無事に送ってあげるから。うちがいるんだから負けないよ。
始めるか。痛くも痒くもない。
逃がさない。殴ったね。動かないでね。今祝福してあげるから。
お前の番だ。
逃がさない。うちに出くわすなんてついてないね。うちのとっておきを食らえ。いや、
ああ、ルールは破るためにある。即戦即
うちの出番。ほら、
始めるか。自分の意志で結末にたどり着いてみせる。
わかった。エレベーター壊れてるみたい。ボタンが反応しない。ここに万能な炭鉱先生がいればよかったのに。炭鉱はね、不思議なことをたくさん知ってて、エレベーターも直せる。
それは俺でも無理だ。
あ、
別の通路を通って一つ上の階から来た。ちょうど監視室からお前たちが見えたんだ。アーランは監視室にいた。少し負傷していたが命に別状はない。
見つけたんだね。アーランはこのエレベーターの動かし方を知ってるかな？
防衛課の責任者だから知ってる。
じゃあ彼と合流。これ！うちってばなかなかやるじゃん。動かないでね。今祝福してあげるから。
即戦即決。痒くもない。
殴ったね。逃がさない。
今だ。
うちの出番。うちがいるんだから負けないよ。
お前の番だ。痒くもない。
殴ったね。
どけ。騒ぎを起こしたくはない。
うちに出くわすなんてついてほら。
争いに意味はない。
うちの出番。動かないでね。今祝福してあげるから。うち今回は足を引っ張ってないでしょ。
貴様たちは仲間なのか？
そうだよ。うちもこの人も請求列車の乗員だから安心し。
ああ。ミス・ヘルタが支援に来るよう要請したのか？
ただの偶然だ。ミス・ヘルタが列車に依頼した遺物を入手したため約束通り届けに戻ってきたに過ぎない。
なんで反物質レギオンに目をつけられたの？あいつら宇宙ステーションをターゲットにしてて星の地表には全く興味なさそうだけど。
俺にも見当がつかない。レギオンの到来は不審な点が多い。ステーション内の防衛システムが突然ダウンし、しばらくしたら奴らが現れたんだ。お嬢様、アスター所長はまず人員を避難させ、俺は避難者の援護を任された。だが最後に油断してしまってな。
自分を責めるな。お前は足と利き手を負傷している。ここに身を隠してレギオンとの交戦を避けたのは十分に冷静な判断だ。
そうそう。ほとんどの人は避難したし、今の課題は主制御部分に戻って反撃することだよ。だからエレベーターの使い方知ってる？起動できないんだよね。
避難完了後、レギオンに主制御部分へ攻め、アスターお嬢様から俺を探すよう依頼された時、解除用の
確かカード
美月。
どこにしまったか忘れちゃった。
おい。
あったあった。
お前というやつは。
キーが見つかったのなら行動を開始しよう。エレベーターの権限はあっちにある操作台で解除できる。
行くぞ。
待て。最上層のエレベーターの入り口だけ起動させた。そこから行くぞ。すまない。宇宙ステーションはミス・ヘルタから任されている場所だ。俺はまず主制御部分とカインの安全を優先しなければいけない。だから貴様らには少しだけ回り道してもらうことになる。
貴様らってどういうこと？アーランは一緒じゃないの？
俺は思うように動けない。貴様らの足を引っ張ってしまうだろう。俺はここに残ってそっちが無事に到着した後に再度権限を封じる。
その心配は必要ない。エレベーターの権限は主制御部分からでも操作できるのだろ
う。そうだよ。うちら2人でここまで来れたんだから。それに炭鉱もいるんだし、そこまでしなくても大丈夫。反物質レギオンはうちらに任せて、アーランは自分のことだけに集中すればいいよ。
ありがとう。
反物質レギオンの侵入の目的に心当たりはあるか、アーラン。
ミス・ヘルタの収集品が目当てだろう。だがこんなことをしてまでなぜ？
ミス・ヘルタの収集品。今さら後悔しても遅い。生死虚実、一年のマナリ同点元気、超務一角。ふっはっ
ほら、うち今回は足を引っ張ってないでしょ。たまには真面目に行こっか。うちのとっておきを食らえ。動かないでね。今祝福してあげるから。
ああ、ルールは破るためにある。この機械はお前の番だ。
うち今回は足を引っ張ってないでしょ。